Assalamu alaikum. As I mentioned before the break, that my program is, as you know, that God invisible creation. What is these invisible? These invisible, first I start from the spirit and soul. I talked many programs through to each religions. To each religions. Religion from the Buddhism, what they say about the spirit, then Hinduism, and then Judaism, and then Christianity, and then Islam. I talk one by one. I hope you remember. Those are all unseen or invisible as creations. Then after that, for last 2 weeks, I mentioned about the angels. The angels also one another of the unseen or invisible creations. Depend on what Allah said, وَيُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. Yani, you have to, if you are a Muslim, that there is compulsory to believe to the angels, to the al-Ghaib, to the all invisible creations. I talk about the angels, about how angel was, the name has come out. And I talk about the history of the creations of these angels in the time of Ibrahim, and then later on, then his son Ishaq and his son Ismail, then what the angel was helped, what angel was there, and then all about. I talk one by one. The angel also about the what kind is, what style has it. I said about depends of the religions, about the books of what they explain it. I said that is the Judaism, which is Torah, the most holy book. It mentioned about the religion, the name of Gabriel, or Malak or Malach, then Mikhail, and then that Torah from 5 books become 25 books, tafsirat, and then each one has gave a lot of name for the angels. They come out for 10 kind of angels. They named it one by one, this. Later on, the time of Christian of Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wassalam, that name, those angels was starting as a business make on it. It means before Quran, the angel names or the angel belief was there. But the most explanatory and then most believe on it is the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by his eyes, his body was touched, and most we believe on it. Jibreel. So, as I said, my objective is for the da'wah about the to believe. To believe to whom? To oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Angel is one of the most close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the quantity or the quality or those things I mentioned about that. How many is that? What they do, what is their job. And even the size of the sketch of the style of, like the Judaism, like the Torah said, this has a 2 arms and wings in one rope. But in Islam and Quran said there is 2, 3, 4 wings in no ropes. Is a verse of Quran. So everything in this which we are living in this world, in this life, is there. We see a sample from the first universe, and at the same time what happened in the last in Akhirat right now as a sample we can see if we make a thinking or tafakkur or ta'aqul. Anything that you can see in all around us is a sample, as example, as a small percentage of the first universe, and the last of Akhirat is there, right there. The first universe, which was living there was just like here, like we are right now. But we don't know, because it is not mentioned in any book, that what kind of life was there, but only mentioned that they made bloodshed, they made corruptions, and those universe was closed. Still, who closed it? The Creator, that He created, and then He destroyed it by His creations, which is angels. That, like for example, the one of the presidency has all kind ministries, education, let's say, and armies, and many. But the armies is the one to go to fight, to do something. Same thing. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has many ministries, all by angels. And then when He ordered to do that, they did it. They create the skies, they create they bring all stars in the heavens, all stars that you can see during the night, all the trees, the sea, all around this all has involved the angels, involved the spirit, involved this, that. This is very complicated. Our mind is also small, we cannot analyze. But only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when about the spirit, or in Arabic ruh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned it, in the same book that the time of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam asked somebody, what is the ruh? Before he wants to answer or say something, or maybe not say something, or might be he was quiet. I don't know, maybe he should say, but definitely. Who came to him to tell him? Jibril. Jibril showed and then told them to tell to the people in the verses of the Quran. يسألونك عن الروح قل الروح من أمر ربي وما أوتيتم من علم إلا قليلا. The word of qalil is still a window you can see outside. Qalila. Why he said qalila? Because the reason you can look if you want. Is a window, a small, qalila, small. Then he said that is by the command of my Rab. But about the understanding of knowledge is little. If you to give to somebody, I do not give, but qalil, a little bit. So we can go by the little bit of that his power, his knowledge, and his spirit. That it means ruh. And then definitely I explained a lot about the ruh. How many my program was about the spirit and soul and spirit. However, for last 2 weeks, I talk about the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and through to the angels and the duty of angels. And mostly about the angels I talked. And through to the religious point of view, the angel is the most important as a messenger, as a carrier of the all revelation. Only the some point that is very, very important, that without him, without angel, the human being cannot be connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So also according to the clock, also my 15 minutes also is closed, and then I cannot go more, unfortunately. I give you one more break here, because this is my problem, and inshallah I come back to continue my da'wah. Assalamu alaikum.